Hey bitches, welcome back to my channel. It is currently 12:30 in the morning and I'm not gonna lie, I am a little bit elevated. The gelato has got me again. And I am gonna be solo for this video because Dustin is doing a lot better of a job of getting his sleep in check than I am. But have no fear, he will be back tomorrow for another video. But I wanted to sit down before I actually went to bed and tell you guys about all these things that I saw on TikTok and just social media in general over the past 24 hours. And one of the things that I'm gonna talk about is honestly a blast from the past because I have not seen this lady's name pop up since 2021. And honestly, before that, I didn't know who the she was. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Do you guys know who Nikki Phillippi is? I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name. I just know that someone's gonna be down in the comment section to let me know. But let me tell you how I was introduced to Nikki and her family in 2021. And if you think the first thing that I'm gonna talk about is the fact that Nikki and her husband allegedly killed their dog for content, it's not, but we are gonna get back to that. So the first time that I was introduced to Nikki and her channel was a Q&A that her and her husband did, and they were addressing how they were supposed to adopt a baby from Thailand. And they were just answering questions because obviously they were not going to adopt this baby anymore, but when they gave the reason as to why they decided to pull out of the adoption, I was just like, this is all I need to know about you to know that you're a shitty fucking person, you're a selfish person, and you definitely should not be trying to adopt anything, human, animal, I don't give a what it is. If you want to adopt a pet rock, you probably shouldn't have it. You seem very irresponsible.
So I asked her that and she was like, well, yes, but also Thailand has its own law that's unique to it that after you pick up your child and they're your child, you are not allowed to talk about them or share any images, photos, videos, anything about them online for a year.
Yeah, and that
So,
I mean,
which is totally reasonable.
He's got a YouTube channel where we share a whole lot.
Wait, hold on. When that hit, we literally were like,
yeah,
what? Like, we literally were like, wait, what? So we're like going around the house. We're like trying to figure out how this could work. Like hashtag baby blur face.
Yeah,
like, what are we gonna do? Dan's like, maybe we could deal with that for a year. And we're talking about it and we're like, all right,
I don't like
let's
her.
pray about it. Let's sleep on it. And then let's see how we feel in the morning.
It's not just a rule that Thailand it's not just a rule that Thailand has, like, oh, you can't share anything or talk about your kid for a year. It's that the adoption is not finalized until a year later.
Yeah.
So, the kid's going to be living at our house for a year, and
There's not a thought behind those eyes.
Not our kid.
There really isn't. There's not.
Okay with that either.
Yeah, so we slept on it. I told a couple of people in my life, like a couple close friends, my assistant Melissa, because she's like super logical, and she responded being like, dude, like what if there's an accident or something? And Holt actually said to us, like, you need to take this policy really seriously because you could mess up Holt's relationship with Thailand, and you could mess up future adoptions for families that are waiting in line in process with Thailand. And so I'm like, oh my gosh, I almost Snapchatted while I was signing an NDA once.
But they were going over why they decided not to adopt this baby from Thailand, and it was actually because the adoption agency told them that this adoption was going to take up to a year, and during that time they could not share any photos on social media, they could not have any videos of this child on social media, they could not do anything with this child on social media. So of course the fact that they do YouTube for a living, that was a huge issue for them. So instead of being like, we're gonna take this baby in and nurture it for the year and spend that quality time and get to know the baby gets to know us, like a whole bonding experience, they got upset because they couldn't share that baby with the world. It's giving that you wanted to adopt a baby from Thailand for some kind of clout online because people were going to look at you like, oh my god, these amazing fucking people. This is giving me total Brittany Dawn vibes. I don't know if this is like where she got the idea from.
It's because we didn't give birth, we can't breastfeed, and our title is foster moms. Doesn't mean that foster moms aren't moms too.
You had your husband shoot your family dog instead of taking it to the vet. You exploited your followers for sales, never delivered, and ended up in a lawsuit. You exploited an unhoused man for content, raised $25,000 for him to receive drug and alcohol treatment, sent him to a free treatment facility. When he got out, came looking for the money he heard you raised for him. You blocked him. You have been a terrible digital citizen. You have been highly exploitive to other human beings. This does not mean you can exploit foster children for PR. Foster children have been through enough trauma, abuse, and exploitation.
The Lord had to literally confirm something so quickly for me. And ever since January 2nd of this year, we have stepped out in faith. We immediately got plugged into an agency after we found one, started doing the training, stewarded what the Lord had given us. And now I am sitting here in December of the same year. God has asked you to do something. Step out in faith.
He has. He's called me the work that I do now, where I advocate for exploited children. I wonder if that agency you got hooked up with knows that you're using that baby for content. You said you went to all the trainings. You must have missed the day where they told you you're not allowed to post foster children on social media. And this shit right here where you keep saying reunification is always the goal, and if you're in it for any other reason, you're in it for the wrong reason. You're literally copy and pasting the comments of the foster and adoptee community who've been saying this to you since you started exploiting this foster baby. You may have the indoctrinated Christian community fooled, but deconstructed Christians and everybody else can see exactly what you're doing. And it is painfully on brand of you to exploit that baby and say it's in the name of God. Be for real. You've been actively exploiting people for so long that the patterns are not just recognizable, but identifiable. There's a long list of people who should never be foster parents. Brittany Dawn's on it.
Because you know Brittany Dawn is getting talked about nonstop now because she's literally fostering children. She's fostering children. I'm telling you, this is just my opinion, conspiracy, allegedly, whatever the fuck you want to say with this. I honestly do not think that you're going to hear about Brittany Dawn being a foster parent anymore once her court case is done. Like, once she figures out where the court is going with her and this whole lawsuit that Texas has against her, I don't think this fostering thing is going to be like talked about anymore. In my opinion, it's totally her just trying to make the court think like, oh my God, look, no, she's a great person. She found Jesus. She's baptizing people in pig troughs. And now she's fostering children. No, the girl, she is pulling the wool over everyone's eyes. So you might be sitting there asking yourself, why is Nikki a topic of conversation once again? And I have to give you a rundown as to why she was actually canceled in 2021. And it's actually surprising to me.
This YouTube video a couple of times to actually process what just happened. Some people just shouldn't own animals at all. This couple decided to put down a healthy 9-year-old bull terrier down because they failed to put boundaries between their child and this dog. That's not all. Bowser had previous trauma because he had an incident when he was younger where he was bit by a dog. He never took any steps so Bowser can deal with that trauma. Watch this next clip. So Logan is the toddler and Bowser is the dog.
Here it was Logan in Bowser's space, and Logan couldn't help but grab at him and try to steal things from him and try to interrupt him when he was eating or scream at him. And so it was almost kind of unfair to Bowser because it was like, he's a good dog.
Clearly they couldn't set boundaries, and with the amount of followings that they had, they could have easily rehomed this dog. How I feel about this whole video is how I felt about the Harambe incident. They're claiming that Bowser is very dangerous, and there's this clip that's circulating online where the husband is trying to irritate the dog. The most disgusting part about this whole situation is they're claiming this dog is dangerously aggressive, and they had a photo shoot right before they euthanized him. The toddler was right next to the dog. They posted everything proudly online on Instagram. Their Instagram page is private now. There's this clip circulating online where this couple was trying to irritate Bowser. Keep in mind, Bowser has untreated childhood trauma. He was attacked when he was a puppy. That little dog looked really uncomfortable and was growling. Bowser was responding pretty well given the fact that he has untreated trauma. In their YouTube video, they said Bowser attacked their little dog, and I have a hard time believing that. They were smiling and laughing throughout the video, which kind of irritated me. Their reasoning not to have this dog rehomed was psychopathic.
Well, nobody knows how to take care of Bowser except for me.
That she didn't understand the reaction from people when she literally uploaded to her social media, uploaded a YouTube video even, that they had to put her dog down of 10.5 years that was a huge part of her content because it nipped at their child. But in the video of them describing that they had to put this dog down because he was aggressive, meanwhile they have told everyone this dog has been aggressive in the past, but they literally told everyone from their fucking mouth that their child had no problem going up to this dog, who has been aggressive in the past, mind you, taking food out of its mouth while it was eating, grabbing its face and pulling on it, pushing on it, like all that kind of stuff that would annoy a fucking dog. So you're gonna punish the dog because he got upset because you don't have control of your child? You think that the best bet for you is to put a dog down of 10.5 years, a perfectly healthy dog, mind you. Your first thought is we prayed on it and God told us that we should put the dog down. When the dog is perfectly healthy and you could rehome it, as fucked up as that is, you could rehome the dog, but you thought to put the dog down. And shame on the fucking vet that even agreed to do that. But anyways, Nikkie is trying to rewrite history. She was underneath Candace Owens, one of her most recent videos. It was about pit bulls. Like some debate of, are pit bulls very mean? Do people have every right to be scared of pit bulls? Are they a dangerous breed? And I want to say this, I had a rescue pit bull in the past, and that was one of the best dogs that I have ever had in my life. So I am team pit bull. I think it is all in how they are raised. And honestly, if you don't like pit bulls, that's fine. Don't have a fucking pit bull. But Nikkie was in the comments, and this is what she had to say. Dude, my family went through the craziest media cancellation almost 2 years ago for putting our 10.5-year-old bull terrier down after biting our son in the face. It's a long story, obviously, but the whole thing was devastating all around. Our lives were threatened. We lost all of our jobs. It was insane and opened my eyes to the crazy amount of animal worship taking place in our culture. Thanks for talking about this topic, Candace. Sitting here and looking at these videos of Nikkie and her husband talking about this situation, it honestly just makes me want to like that's my initial reaction, just because the fact that her husband actually sat there and when he was describing this dog and nipping at their son, meanwhile the son was not harmed at all. Like you would have thought like the reaction that they had to having to put the dog down, like this dog would have like ripped this child's skin off. Like there would have been like a huge hole or something. That was not the case at all. So the fact that the husband sat here in this clip and said that he wanted to take this dog out and kind of like just Old Yeller style it.
Out the door, right? And in the moment, I'm thinking, you know, I grew up with the movie Old Yeller, and I wanted to pick Bowser up by the back of the neck and take him into the backyard and put him down right there. We actually didn't end up leaving that day. We ended up going to the airport, and then there was just a few things that happened, and we just canceled it and scheduled it for the next day. So we got home and we ended up having like the best day. Like all day ended up being, I just remember saying that out loud, like I'm glad we didn't travel today and have the worst day. You know, we came back and we all had the best day together. So
yeah, so like you said.
But I also went back to the videos that I did on Nikkie and this whole situation in 2021, and I completely forgot that Jeffree Star and Jaclyn Hill popped off on Nikkie on social media. Like Jeffree was like quote tweeting her and everything. Here are their tweets. It was actually a response to the pinned tweet that is on Nikkie's Twitter, and her tweet said the following: God's plan is always better than mine. To which Jeffree said, you killed your dog. Shut the fuck up, cunt. And then T-Spill tweeted out the following: how sick do you have to be to take a photo shoot with your dangerously aggressive dog knowing you're about to end his life? Your dog is so aggressive, but you had no issues putting the baby next to it for a cute little pre-murder photo shoot. And Jeffree quote tweeted that and said the following: exactly, they claimed the dog bit their child once, so they had to put him down. Instead of rehoming him, they murdered him. And there's also no proof the dog was actually aggressive. This makes me sick. Jeffree continued with the following: it's hard to fathom how someone could kill their own family dog and make content out of it. They need to be investigated. As a dog owner whose animals are my life, this is hard to wrap my head around. And then Jaclyn Hill weighed in on the situation and said the following: I have a very temperamental dog. He bites people when he feels nervous, unsafe, or if you try to touch him when he doesn't want to be. I know these things because I'm his owner. Therefore, I make sure he's not in situations where he will react. I don't kill him. You guys know I pretty much never insert myself in drama, especially on a special day like today, launch day. But I'm just too disgusted, especially by the goodbye photo shoot. Like what? And then Jeffree responded to Jaclyn and said the following: exactly. I'm so disappointed that they even chose to share this information with everyone, but they are a master manipulator, so not surprised. Our dogs are our family, and I can't believe they chose this. Jaclyn responded with, like, how in the hell did they think that would get a positive response? What I find so funny about Jaclyn's responses is it's like total classic Jaclyn. She's like, what are people doing online today? I have a launch going on. I need to cause some drama. The fact that she literally said that she does not like to insert herself in drama, she doesn't want to be involved in drama, especially on launch day. Like, honestly, what a crock of shit. Like, that's totally a Jaclyn Hill thing to say, right? And while we are on the subject of Jaclyn Hill, I have been tagged in a video clip so many times over on TikTok. Somebody made a side-by-side of Jaclyn Hill and Glamzilla, both of them doing the Arborian CC cream that was just so life-changing. Everybody has rosacea. Oh my God, it's like skin. I know we talked about this a little bit before on this channel. Originally, I thought that maybe Jaclyn saw that NikkieTutorials had the paid partnership and they didn't reach out to Jaclyn. So she was like, you know what? This product's going viral. People are buying it. People are interested. Let me put it in my Amazon storefront.
Today, we're doing something soft. Yeah, some of you really don't like seeing me live my full coverage fantasy. Okay, let's get started. This is the Arborian CC Red Correct. Now, I like using this on days where I have more redness. This really tones down the redness. I kind of use it as a primer. You know, on softer days, I don't like wearing like the full shebang when it comes to foundation. And this just, look at that. It instantly takes away the redness. It blurs fine lines. Like on softer days, I don't want like that full mask. I just really want the redness gone because that's like my biggest insecurity. My middle name is redness. Like it's me. Now, if there's any areas I feel like need a little bit more love, I take the Aborian CC cream in Claire to just kind of like pinpoint double cover. I fill in my brows for an extra boost of confidence. Highlighter is a must, everyone, because people will literally think you've slept for a week when in fact you've been sleep deprived for a month. A little bit of bronzer to warm up the complexion. Some mascara and a corner lash. I don't usually do this, but I know you guys go hard for a lash. So here's a soft one. Soft for me. And a cute little ombre lip. Ooh! I mean, who said you had to wear a lot of makeup to look like a 10? Obsessed. Let me be clear. If you love a lot of makeup, a 10. No makeup, a 10. Something right in between, a 10. Baby, I think you're a 10 always.
Well, that was before Manny MUA told everyone that basically a brand can go back and buy a video from someone if it goes viral and they want to use it as an ad. So then I was kind of side-eyeing like, is that what Jaclyn Hill is doing? Is she putting this out, also making money on her Amazon storefront, but she's having hopes that the brand is going to be like, we want a paid partnership this? Like, that's where my thought process was until I saw Glamzilla's video about this exact same CC cream and I saw the side by side. I want to put all these video clips together for you guys and let me know if you think that someone is copying someone's homework a little bit too close, like almost plagiarizing. You get what I mean?
I've got rosacea. Will this color corrector actually work? Let's try it out. It's by Arborian and it's their CC Red Correct. It's a green color corrector. Okay, let's see if this actually works. I don't know. Okay. It kind of just blends into your skin. Here is the before and after. I think it looks great. You would never guess that my skin looks like this underneath. Okay, I like this. Today, I'm trying out a color-changing CC cream. So it starts off white, and then I'm supposed to blend it like this. Okay. As you blend it in, it's supposed to adapt to your skin tone. And this is like the best-selling original that works. I'm not shocked. Why am I not shocked is because this is the original. It's not one of those gimmicky ones. Everybody was raving about this when I went to Europe and everybody was telling me to buy it. And now that I have it, I understand why. It makes you look like you, just more illuminated and a lot more blurred. Okay, I'm about to put you on. It's by Arborian. It's their Korean Skin Therapy CC Cream, High Definition Radiance Face Cream Skin Perfector. I use the shade Light. Okay, wow, I'm very impressed.
Okay, ignore my appearance. I just got home from the gym. It was such a good, intense workout. I'm literally still shaking, but my rosacea is like in full swing right now, and I have like tomato face, right, from working out. So I thought this was the perfect time to try this CC Red Correct because I've seen it all over TikTok, and I am so sick of having so much redness in my skin, and I'm so curious if this is actually going to work. Okay, this looks a little, let's just trust the process and see. Holy shit! I was like looking away for a second. Hold on. Yo, what? Okay, hold on. Did you just see what I saw? Like, I don't know why. I feel like I have to put more on. Wait. You guys, what? I have to look in the mirror. Oh? You guys, it literally looks like skin. In person, it just literally looks like skin. I'm gonna wipe it off so that you can see what was underneath. Like, look at that. Oh.
I've got
my
rosacea.
rosacea is like in
Will this
full
color
swing
corrector
right now. I thought
actually
this was the perfect
work?
time to
Let's
try
it
this
out.
CC
It's by
Red Correct
Arborian, and it's their
because
CC
I've seen it
Red
all over
Correct.
TikTok, and I am
It's a
so
green
sick
color corrector
of having so much redness in my skin, and I'm
See
so
if this
curious if this is
works.
actually
I don't know.
going to work. Okay, this looks a little. Let's just trust the process and see.
Okay. It kind of just blends into
Holy
your skin.
shit!
Here is the before
I was like
and
looking
after.
away for a second. Hold on. Yo, what? In
looks
person,
great.
it
You
just
would
literally
never
looks like
guess
skin. I'm gonna
that
wipe it
my
off so you can
skin
see what was underneath. Like, look at that.
Looks like this underneath.
Oh.
Okay, I like this.
I don't know, I've said it once and I'll say it again. All the beauty influencers over on TikTok really do have Michaela to thank, because now a lot of consumers out there, a lot of people that watch these people over on TikTok are holding their feet to the fire, and they're really examining all these posts from different influencers. Like, is that sponsored? Are you trying to get a paid partnership? Like, what exactly is going on? Because honestly, I would not have thought to put this Jaclyn clip right next to Glamzilla. There are some things in it that are very, very similar. So could Jaclyn have seen Glamzilla's video before she posted hers? There is a good chance. But I'm still not sold on this is an undisclosed partnership for Jaclyn Hill. I'm more so on the lines of Jaclyn's hoping that Arborian comes back to her and wants to buy this and wants to put paid partnership on her TikTok. However, as of looking at this video, it's been up for like, what now, 4 or 5 days? It still doesn't say that, so I don't know. And with all that said, everyone, that is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know all of your thoughts and opinions down below. Definitely let me know if you think that Jaclyn was copying Glamzilla's homework, or anyone's homework for that matter. Also, let me know your thoughts and opinions on Nikki Phillippi. Do you even remember that drama from back in 2021? And if you have made it this far in the video, leave me a dog emoji down below, because I love our dogs and I would never even think to do what she did to hers. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.